And off we go from legendary Lambeau. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing to begin, it's Wilson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Now Russ. That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's to the right side and incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
3rd and a yard. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. On the give, it's Harris. And he won't get much. Taken down at about the 12. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Wilson now, off the bootleg. Adds to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Steelers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
There was a lot of questions surrounding Jordan Love. Was he the long-term answer in Green Bay following in the footsteps of the legendary Aaron Rodgers? And I think last year in his first season as a full-time starter, he certainly quieted a lot of those questions. He spent time early in his career watching from the sideline, and he wasted no time showing he's one of the top young quarterbacks in the entire league.
Throwing to begin is Love. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On the bootleg, it's Love. The second down throw is incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Third down, 3 to go. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. Look it up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. The Steelers offense going to take over now for the second time. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a first down. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down, and it'll go down as a loss of 2.
I can tell you firsthand as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack, hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
That's complete left side to Bokin. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Steeler first down.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zone. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go. Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
Slot man in motion right. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. A gain of 11 on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Xavier McKinney, the one who brings him down. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first.
The ball's out, and the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. They'll run with Harris. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. Here now, 2nd down and goal. They send the tight end in motion. One more time, it's Harris. And he will dive into the end zone. Najee Harris, touchdown Steelers. Chris Boswell on for the point after. No problem with the footing. The kick is good. And the Steelers are out to a 10-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Packers offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Open man is Davis. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single first down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Steelers' offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They're going to put Gibson in motion here. Give up the middle to Harris. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Well, 3rd and 19, no problem, as they convert for the first down.
And it's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser downfield. That's not a throw that all quarterbacks in the NFL are capable of making, and I think it was pretty good defense. Just turned out to be a better throw.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Russ. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
To throw again is Wilson. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On fourth down, here's Cameron Johnston to punt for Pittsburgh. Out to return this for the Packers, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Packers offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. In motion, Reed. A good play action with Love. This one, up top for Dobbs. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be 1st and goal. They've got it at the 3.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
So after the big play to start, now we have 1st and goal. Back to throw is Love. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. A tight end in motion now. They'll run with Jacobs. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Packers are on the board. It's 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A short one taken at the 10. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Steelers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, Second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. To return, it's Nixon. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That has to be a disappointing end to this drive. Just think, when they took the field on this possession, Mike, they're thinking they got a shot to go down there and take the lead, but they couldn't even get to midfield, let alone the end zone. If they end up getting another shot before halftime, they've got to find a way to have better execution than they did right here.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Now Russ. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This one complete to Washington. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Now it's Harris. Strong. Call it a gain of 13. That's a Steeler first down.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
On first down, right back to Harris. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
He'll try to run for it. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up first and goal.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. They'll try to run it with Harris. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Two minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Back with more from Lambeau Field. After this, another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it bet.
He slams it in there, and he is in. Najee Harris, touchdown Pittsburgh. His second touchdown of this first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Boswell now for the extra point. Through the rain, the kick is good. And the Steelers will get out in front 17-7. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here's Nixon on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Now Love. The catch is made. This is Tucker Craft.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Love. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well. Throwing is Love. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a 2nd consecutive time. Third and long. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. Here's Daniel Whelan now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, not a good punt there. This is a duck. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Steelers offense and their running back set to go once more. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Wilson to throw.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Packers offense going to take over just before the half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw is Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And And he's down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Love. The right side, catch made by Dobbs.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This from 40 yards out. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers are back within a score. It's now 17-10.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We got a fine first half out of the former